guys, it's JG here with Earth 5D University. I'm excited you're here, guys. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, guys. Some of you might know me from my tarot channel. Others, maybe you don't know me at all from tarot and you just stumbled across this video. Here at Earth 5D University, we are talking about topics about the fifth dimension that involve the fifth dimension. We want to focus on making life better on Earth. A better, funner, happier, is funner even a word, more fun place to be on Earth. Okay, guys? So today we're talking about sexuality. We're talking about the divine feminine and masculine and how that plays out with our sexuality on Earth. So for some of you who know me already, which I think a lot of you do, you know that I feel like on this planet, there's been a lot of problems regarding the dark masculine, messing with the dark feminine, right? Suppressing our knowledge, suppressing our bodies, suppressing us, period, okay? So as a result of all this suppression, we have a lot of problems in our second chakra area. And it's kind of a serious topic, right? But I feel like we need to talk about it. And so we need to kind of get open about how many people you know, right, who are women who have needed like a hysterectomy, or someone's like pulling out their ovaries, someone's pulling out their parts of their uterus, doctors, because they're saying that there's problems in there. You know, there's a lot of problems in the female genital area, okay? And there's a reason why, and that reason is because that area, our second chakra area for females, it moving up to our solar plexus too, and our stomach, right? That has been really, really, really oppressed over the years on Earth in the third dimensional consciousness. So I want to talk about how we can help each other and how you can help yourself. Now, I know there's going to be some men watching this video, and that's cool. So when we talk about the dark masculine, we're not talking about every single man on Earth, right, being a bad person or trying to abuse the divine feminine. We're not. Okay, but we are talking about the matrix, power matrix of dark masculine and what's occurred over time and how that has impacted a female's body. Okay, so like I said, there's a lot of trauma that we carry as females in the second chakra area, right, in this region. And for many women, because of sexual abuse or sexual exploitation, or just from when we were little, the things that we saw and witnessed, there's a problem in this area for many women. And sometimes women are like completely non-orgasmic, right? Because, and even though women do a really good job faking it with a man, you know, a lot of times women aren't really feeling it. They're faking it. And so, because there's a lot of dead area, there's a lot of, this has kind of like become a dead zone sort of for some women. And when this becomes an area that's kind of like a dead zone for the divine feminine, then we are no longer using our gifts at capacity. So if you think about it on a scale of, you know, 0 to 10, women's sexuality and our capacity for using it fully is somewhere hovering around at 2 or 3, believe it or not, because there's so much oppression. We know very, very little about what women are meant to do with their uterus. So we've been told that, you know, this is a baby making machine, and it is. You know, that is where you give life, right? We do give life to creation, right? In this area. However, we can give life to anything in that area. And this is what the dark masculine has kind of exploited and taken advantage of. So this has happened over tens of thousands, 20s of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years, most likely on Earth. I think that there's been times where women have been able to grab their power and take it in different societies. And then there's been women who've completely disowned it. And I think we're pretty close to fully disowning our own sexuality and gifts. Now, you might be watching this video and you're saying, well, I think I have a pretty healthy sexuality. So if you are, if you're doing a lot of second chakra work, if you're sending a lot of energy to your second chakra, then, you know, you're probably right. You're probably doing a pretty good job with this area, with this region, harnessing your power. But if you're not using and understanding that your uterus is literally a gateway, then there's parts that you're still missing too, because our women's uterus is literally a gateway to creation. So the first thing that we kind of need to do is just level set, right? Because this train is going. Like, if you think of yourself as an energetic train, right? You are going in a certain direction. Your being is going in a certain direction, okay? You're going forward motion with your life. So you're heading in a certain direction. So we need to like slow that train down with wisdom, with insight. And so we're learning to slow that train down. So often a common scenario and why women have a dead zone in their second chakra is because they have a dark masculine. Oftentimes it's a narcissist feeding off their second chakra area through codependency or something similar. It could be a mutant to codependency, something similar to that. Okay, and so they're being drained. It's almost like, to me, it looks like a large cord. Sometimes it's a chain or something, you know, but it's like stuck to you. And a dark masculine, not a divine masculine, dark masculine, and they're just like kind of bleeding your energy, taking your energy. And so that's also a reason that this area could be a dead zone. So there's so many different scenarios, but what we want to do is breathe life into our second chakra area. We want to breathe life into it. And as we do that, as we kind of send energy here and we wake ourselves up, sort of thing, it's like we almost need to like wake it up. We need to bring this area back to life. So it's really difficult to do that when you're in a current relationship where the person that you're having a sexual relationship with is giving you their energy through sex. So if you think about it, every time you have sex and there's penetration, that man's sexual organs are shooting energy through to you, inside of you. And a lot of it is just residing inside this gateway that you have. So when I say that there's a train moving, like you have things going on in your life, right? You probably have a sexual relationship. If you don't, you know, you want one. Maybe you have multiple partners, like whatever situation you're dealing with, we want to kind of like clear out that area and make sure that the world of masculine out there isn't depositing dark energy inside of your gateway. Okay, so that's why it's really important as you wake up into the fifth dimensional conscious of being a divine feminine, that you pay attention to what's going on during the act of sex. So you want to make sure that you don't let anyone in there who you don't think has clean energy. And I'm not talking about sexually transmitted diseases. However, with those sexually transmitted diseases, those are also that result of not having the healthy second chakra. So when the area is dead in the second chakra, it's just like a limb that would die. It gets parasitic and things grow on it. Entities grow on it. Lots of things can be growing around your second chakra. And so I just want to bring this into your awareness so you can begin to bring light. Begin to slow down the train, because that's what has to happen first. To just slow the train down. You can't move the train in a different direction until you slow it down, right? It can't change tracks unless you slow it down. So we're going to slow it down, and then we can kind of, once it hits a stop, then we can move it either in opposite direction or take it a side way. We're just moving the energy in a different way. Okay, guys? So this is becoming aware, just becoming aware that you have a second chakra, you have a sexuality that's probably very limited. We don't know what we're quite doing with it. And we need to kind of pay attention to the quality of energy we bring to that area as a divine feminine. So this is about understanding that your second chakra, your uterus, the parts of you are alive, and they're impacted by energy. Okay, and so begin now today to just breathe your intention. You don't need massive like tricks out there, any kind of, you are the magic. And this is what I always get back to teaching, is that you are the magic. So your intention, you can heal yourself, is what I'm getting at. Your intention will heal your second chakra. So it's your intention to be well. It's your intention to have healthy energy there, that you can begin to bring light to this area and begin to start harnessing it, your second chakra, as a gateway, as a portal to manifestation, to give a new life. And so this has become a very foreign concept. Like when we think about manifestation, our minds automatically go to the law of attraction, right? Well, you have a huge gateway right here you can use as like a huge catapult to your manifestations. You can give birth to anything. But what's happened is that you forgot that, because this area is occupied by dark masculine. Like there's a lot of drainage, like I said, there's a lot of porn, there's a lot of dumbing down of the divine feminine energy. You're more than you think you are. So we're just beginning to we're just beginning to see the tip of the iceberg on the divine feminine power. It's all starting to come back. So, and there's also new energy here too. We don't have to always go to antiquity to understand our power. It's good to know where we've come from. But also, we are bringing new energy in. So the new energy is healing yourself. So we used to be able to do that, but we're starting again. So imagine now that you're just becoming aware of the quality of who's putting their sexual organ inside of you. Trying to keep it PG so I don't get flagged or anything. So who's putting their sexual organ in you and why? Okay, is it for your benefit? Does it help you, or does it deposit a whole bunch of energy that you would prefer not to have inside of you? If that's the case, make sure you're doing like a cleansing ritual after to make sure the energy's gone. Make sure you know what's already been deposited in there. Okay, make sure you know like what man right now or female, because it can easily be same sex as well, is draining your energy from the second chakra. But this is very specific about having a uterus. And so if you are a man watching this, know that you can do a ritual too to make sure that if you have anger or violence or something inside of you that you'd prefer not to pass along, that you just don't. You just make it your intention not to do that to your person. Or you make it your intention to allow this area to be free, a free zone for your partner. Okay, so this is about building awareness, learning to keep this area healthy so that there is no more sexual abuse, there is no more rape. So this is an awareness video, and I want to talk more about it in the future. So make sure you comment below and let me know how this information is impacting you, if you're finding it valuable. The biggest thing we want to do now today is to slow this train down. So if let's say you've had like 20 sexual partners in your lifetime, or 12 or 6, or even if it's 1, if that one is like full of toxicity of the dark masculine, it can do a number on you. Or some of you who have been sexually abused, I don't really talk openly. I talk to my clients about it, but I too had my own challenges with sexual abuse as a child. And so the amount of work that I've done to heal, it's been a lot, it's been a lot. And it's ongoing. It's definitely ongoing. So our sexuality is the most sacred energy center you have. It's sacred. And it's right now, it's really, the dark masculine energy has done a big number on you, on us divine feminines. And it hasn't stopped. And the reason why is because of lack of awareness. So that's why I'm talking about this. So we want to be able to be aware of, like, for instance, if you were sexually abused and someone took advantage of your sexual energy, whether it was physical or emotional, if they took advantage of that energy when you were a small child and couldn't defend yourself or didn't even know what it was that was going on, then it's important to understand that pain body so that you can nurture it and hear it and let it go. Because if you don't, it is likely to manifest as a disease. So we want to get this area healthy. We want to get our feminine parts healthy through energy and through awareness and insight. These are things you can hopefully talk openly about with your partner. Hopefully that you're able to consider this. If you need help with your own situation, feel free to reach out. I do counseling, spiritual counseling, energy healing. I just basically teach you how to heal yourself, help you to become aware of the powerful being that you are. Okay, so this is, again, we talk a lot on Earth 5D about grabbing power back. So you just want to make sure no one is taking any of this energy here from the past or from current, unless you're aware of it, unless you're totally comfortable with it. So it's like, kind of like, you can imagine, you can even do like an upside down V like this, and just imagine that it is your, sounds kind of funny, but like it is your lady part, and just put energy into it. Just put energy into it. Healing, love, and energy. And just imagine that energy, heals you. Because you are love. Everything about you is love. You were created from love. So we forget this. So when you focus on that and you just become aware that you are love, and you just allow that love to flow into pockets of energy, and you can just use your mind, because your mind is that powerful, then that brings healing to you. So I'm going to talk more about the codependency part of this, because oftentimes it is a dark masculine in our lives or it could be, this runs the other way too. So I'm going to do some work also talking about how the dark feminine works on the male, and kind of has destroyed their sexuality too. So that is a big, huge thing, right? As well, because if we're running around here all broken, we're liable to pass that along in some way too, right? And so it's just like kind of messy. It's an entanglement right now. It's an entrenched energy center right now on Earth, big time. So it's better in certain places in the world than others, but right now, currently, like in the United States, it's pretty messy. It's pretty dark, right? We're talking like 2 functionality. I would love to help everyone to get to at least like an 8 or 9, 10, great, where we're fully using our gateway, our womb gateway. Now, womb work, it became trendy, definitely is helpful, but we want to make sure we're getting at the root emotions and also bringing context to that in our lives, because doing the womb work and then going home to a codependent situation is still going to be difficult for you, or doing the womb work and still allowing sexual partners to come inside of you with toxic energy, and again you're back where you started. So this is about unwinding and understanding that system and right, stopping that train. So it's a process. So just be aware that it's a process. This isn't going to happen overnight, but it is just becoming aware. Okay, it's just that awareness that will help you get in your power, because it is those second chakra energies that is how we create, right? It's our creative energy, it's our artistry, it's our healing, it's our creativity. All right, guys, so that's what I have for you today. I hope that you like this video. If you do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I love you guys. Lots of love. Bye for now. See you next time.